Hello folks, I'm the Ghost with Knife and welcome back to more Mega Man X4. Now I know some people are like, didn't you stop playing this game months ago? Well, technically I've already beaten the entire game with Zero, but I made a promise in one of my videos that I would go through the entire game with X and release both finales together. So, yeah. Let's get back into Mega Man X4. So, X has a different opening cutscene, so I'm gonna mute real quick.
It's about the Maverick Hunters, General. They are far too eager to please the humans and continue to hunt down the Reploids. Do you believe they pose a significant threat?
Perhaps.
You already know the truth, General. Their sole mission has been to destroy any Reploids who fail to do as the humans order. It's in your best interest to stop them now, before they turn on you. You possess enough power to destroy them!
Dismissed.
What?
I will not betray the humans. Remove yourself from my sight. My business with you has concluded.
Very well. But you will change your mind soon, I assure you.
Who could that menacing hooded figure be? It's just such a mystery, right guys? Vote now in the comments. We all know who it is. Anyways, so welcome back to Mega Man X4, like I said already. So why did I come back to this? Well, because I wanted to finish Mega Man X4. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But yeah, if you remember from the Zero playthrough, Sky Lagoon is being attacked, and Rebel Force is there trying to defend it, but through a mishap, we are going to think that the Rebel Force is in charge of this attack on Sky Lagoon. So what is going to be the future for this channel and the Mega Man series? It's pretty simple. So I'm trying to focus a little bit on shooting just to get back into the controls. For this though, since we've already proven we can kill this monster, I'm just going to go ahead and speed through this opening segment here. What am I doing? Wrong door. Let him smash through that door, it'll be really cool. Dodge the claw. Let him fly off. Coming through the opening scene, trying to defend the Sky Lagoon. And you can see X has a little bit of an easier time in this intro just because he doesn't have to get into melee range with every single enemy. So in my opinion, even though Zero is more fun in this game, I think that X is a little better in a lot of the different scenarios, just again because he has ranged attacks. And hey look, it's Magma Dragoon! Excuse me, you're Dragoon from the 14th unit. This isn't good, X. That Maverick just destroyed... I don't know what this voice is. That Maverick just destroyed the power reactor. What? And then Sky Lagoon will come crashing into the ground. It's too late, X. It's time I made my escape. I suggest you do the same. Don't do anything reckless on the way out, okay? And then Dragoon bails. And if you remember from the Zero story, it's actually Dragoon who destroyed this reactor and then fled to a volcano, in which we find out later the main antagonist of the story actually convinced him to do it. It's all very sad, and this whole tragedy, like if you remember from the Zero story, is the reason why Rebel Force and the Maverick Hunters have issues, because the Maverick Hunters think that the Rebel Force did it, and it's a very tragic moment because a lot of people die. The city has been completely destroyed. They were innocent people. I won't forget this. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way through this story. But yeah, the future of the X series on the channel is gonna be pretty simple. I was gonna play through all 8 games, but A, the series doesn't get a lot of traction on the channel, and B, I don't really want to play through 6 again because that 6 is, or I shouldn't say that. My brain doesn't want to work right now. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on Mega Man and redo all the controls while also commentating on what I'm gonna do for the future with Mega Man X. I'm gonna play 5 for sure, because 5 I think is a good place to end the series on. Because originally 5 was supposed to be the end of the series, but Capcom So I don't know what's wrong with me right now. My brain's a little scrambled, I'm sorry. I might be a little bit sick. Ow. Really? There we go. Now he can't get me. I kind of want to go down there to get the items, but I'm not gonna. There's no point. And as you can see, there's no Iris this time, because Iris isn't a part of X's story, so we're just gonna get straight to the boss. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna beat X5 for sure, because that's supposed to be where the series originally ended. And, I really just don't want to do X6. I've played X7, although in my opinion it's not the worst game in the series. Oops. I think that would be X6 for sure, because I've played a little bit of X6, and I really dislike that game. Which is a major factor of why I just don't want to, play past 5, because it means going through X6, and X6 is pretty bad. X7 isn't great either, but like X6 is abysmal, and there's a lot of grinding and farming to it that I just really don't want to go through. I have never played X8 though, so maybe we'll skip over 6 and 8, 7 and just go through 8 if we beat 5. I'll let you guys in the comments decide below if you want to see that. Otherwise, we're going to stop at 5, and I think I'll be happy with the Mega Man X series. I know it was also known as the Mega Man Classic series, and I haven't picked it up since like 3. I was considering going back to the Classic series with 4, but I've heard past the second game the series kind of dips in quality, so I do not know if I will be revisiting that. But let's get into the cutscene. Give me a second. Who are you? I'm the Colonel of the Reptile Force. Has the Reptile Force been occupying this area? What are you talking about? I only came to save my sister. The army is responsible for all the violence in the region, is not the Reptile Force. Nevertheless, I want you to disarm and follow me back to HQ. Never! You're asking my soldiers to drop their weapons? The only time we drop our weapons is when we aren't able to fight any longer. But you will be regarded as a maverick and treated as such. Do as you will. The Reptile Force would sooner die. Fight. Oh wait, my bad. The Reptile Force would sooner fight and die than discard our pride. Consider us mavericks if this is what you wish. Wait, calm down, Colonel! So yeah, as you remember, Reptile Force got all proud and of their honor and refused to put aside their weapons because reasons, I guess. What the? Something's got to give. Otherwise, the entire Reptile Force will be considered to be mavericks. So yeah, the story of X4 is that after the Sky Lagoon incident, and yes, I might have done this entire intro and recorded it already, but I lost all the data, so here we are. The entire Reptile Force is considered mavericks because they didn't want to put down their weapons. And we've already seen this cutscene with Zero, so we're gonna go ahead and skip it just so I can keep going. Who are you? Call me Double, the Rookie Hunter. My liege, the Reptile Force has begun its coup. What? Colonel, you're jumping to conclusions here. Sir, you've been given the order to scramble. Right, I'm leaving now. And as you know, there's a Web Spider's jungle area, the cyberspace network for Cyber Peacock, Storm Owl's Air Force Base, the volcano which has Dragoon, and the Marine Base which has Jet Stingray, the Biolab which has Split Mushroom, / Beast Train, and the Snow Base for Frost Walrus. And with that, I have to decide where I'm going to start with X. X, in my opinion, has a lot easier time starting than Zero. Zero kinda has to go here, so we can go here to get his air dash, because without it, he just doesn't have an air dash, and he can't really do this area, where X can kind of start wherever he feels like. So, we'll be back in a second. Right, so I'm back. So our route is going to start with 3 characters. We're gonna finish this episode by beating Web Spider because he gives us an armor part. Then we're gonna do Split Mushroom, and then we're gonna do Storm Owl. This will allow us to clear out 3 different areas. We're gonna have to do a little bit of backtracking for 2 of the areas, but theoretically, if we play our cards right, we should be able to get 2 heart tanks and 2 armor bits within the first 2 episodes, which is a great way to start. And then from there, I can kind of just go where I'd like to. Either way, let's get into this. Actually, no, we can't go to Storm Owl, because I just realized, after Web Spider, Split Mushroom does not beat Storm Owl, he beats Cyber Peacock. So I might have to go Web Spider, Split Mushroom, Cyber Peacock, Storm Owl? Which is a bit of an awkward route, especially because I know it happens halfway through the game with X. We kind of want to beat Frost Walrus before the 4th fight is the issue. But I also really want to get through Storm Owl's area to get his headpiece. Like, bare minimum. Like, Owl himself is not that important to the run. It's the armor bit that he comes with. Also, I can't remember where the sub-tanks are at this time, but yeah. This is actually where you get the foot part, which, as many people know, the foot part is a great place to start in Mega Man games because it just gives you a crap load of ability. And also, since this is just such an easy thing to grab, Web Spider is typically a really great place to start for X. So now not only can we air dash, but now we can hover, which isn't the most useful skill in this game. It does have some uses, just not like a bunch. It's less mobile than the air dash, which is the thing we actually want with the foot part. So yeah, that's why we're gonna go ahead and do it like this. But yeah, we're 100% gonna be beating Web Spider first. I will probably wind up beating Split Mushroom, just because he's the next on the weakness chart. And the next on the weakness chart after that is Cyber Peacock, which does give us, I believe, another armor bit. The last armor bit is going to be Dracoon, which we're not going to be doing anytime soon, because that armor bit we need Slash Beast. In order to get that armor bit, we also need the arm part, which is the main reason that I wanted to start with Web Spider, because Web Spider theoretically allows us to get all of our armor bits before getting to Colonel. Theoretically. Ow. Anyways, we'll get there when we get there. A lot of people like to start Dragoon, but I think Dragoon is just a better place to start with for Zero, because Zero doesn't have to worry about armor. He wants the heart tank, and the heart tank is super easy to get, and also Dragoon, in at least the actual stage itself, is a hell of a lot easier to deal with thanks to the fact that you get right armor. Beat him real quick, then we get into the jungle base. Sorry if my commentary is kind of all over the place. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I feel like my brain's kind of scrambled. Like, I'm trying to focus and I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. Might be my ADHD's acting up again. If that is the case, I apologize. I'm trying to focus on this. Also, fun fact about this area, you can actually kill all of the... I swear you should be able to shoot all of the snakes above the thing before... I remember being able to kill all those snakes. I don't know what is wrong with me right now. I'm trying very hard to focus, and for some reason I'm just having issues maintaining a frickin' conversation. Really? Okay, whatever. We're gonna get to Web Spider with less health. Also, we're not gonna get to show off his weakness, but for many years I just didn't think Web Spider had weakness. I mean, like, I knew theoretically what, based off the weakness chart, it should be, but it didn't really work that way. Basically, Web Spider's weakness is Slash Beast, but it's in a very weird way. Because in order to hurt Web Spider, you can't actually hit him with his weakness. You more or less have to use his weakness to deal with him in a very unconventional way, which it makes sense, like, character-wise, why that happens, but it's just frustrating to deal with. And there's that health thing that we want desperately. Let the spiders go the wrong way. I do personally really find Web Spider's level awkward. Really? This no. Okay, that's annoying. I find Web Spider's level with X to be kind of annoying because you can't go through and slash stuff like with Zero. So, yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my commentary. I feel like this commentary for this just hasn't been that great. Hopefully it will improve in the future as I go through and do more Mega Man X4. Alright. You've labeled us all as Mavericks. I won't let you turn pass. I won't let you pass. Turn back now. So yeah, Web Spiders for X is pretty interesting. Just because you just very basically dodge his attacks. It's a lot easier than for Zero, who has to constantly get in melee range. Web Spider, you can just shoot him. And this is why I like doing Web Spider first with X, just because this is so much easier. Still a little bit of aiming, but you can be a lot more patient with X with this boss. Which is why I was saying in the beginning of this, in the intro level, why I think that X is just a better character. You can just be a lot more patient against Mavericks than Zero can afford to be. Wow, that was way too close. Now we should be doing his middle route thing, but yeah. The only time you can use his weakness on him is in the first stage, because you have to use his Twin Slasher to actually make him fall off of his web to get his weakness damage. But as you can see, the chart shots just get the job done, so you really don't have to worry about it. And at this point... Alright, you can't hover and that. But it doesn't matter, because Web Spider's already dead. Because Web Spider is pretty easy for a Maverick, or as a Maverick for X. Because you just have ranged. Where Zero struggles with it because you have to get in range to do your melee attacks. Which is why having Split Mushroom before this fight is very powerful, but also kind of weird since Web Spider is Split Mushroom's weakness. Anyways, that is the first level, and that is going to be our first episode with X. We went ahead and picked up the foot part, got ourselves Split Mushroom's weakness, and the web can kind of be useful down the road. I might just go ahead and get the armor pieces that I want before we actually commit to defeating Mavericks. I will decide that before the end of the next episode. So, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next installment of Mega Man X4.